Salute to all the Patreon members. I want to thank you guys for your support. It really means a lot to me. Check out the link in the description box below. All right, for the Patreon page. I uploaded a video yesterday on that Patreon. I'm going to upload another one tonight. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it. All right. Now, I have a video right here. I think I got this on Instagram. A wife stops Uber to confront 19-year-old allegedly sleeping with her 50-year-old husband. You knew he was married. Why would you do that? This is an excellent video right here. Why? Because it teaches everybody a lesson. All right. It'll teach the men a lesson. It'll teach the YNs a lesson. It'll teach the women a lesson. All right. Women can learn from this video also, especially women who are kind of older and out the loop. Because I'm assuming if her husband is 50, she got to be 45, which means you come from Generation X, probably. Either you're Gen X or you at the cusp of a millennial. But it sounds like she don't have a clue and she doesn't understand. And you can see on this 19-year-old's face, like, why is she talking to me? All right. So hold on. Let me put on my headphones. Hold on. I'm going to play the video. We're going to stop and pause and walk this down slow. All right, let's go. Hold on. Hold on.
We got to go. I'm sorry, man.
Did you know he was
I'm gonna have
married?
to roll the window up. I don't want to.
Hold on. Did you know he was married?
Not hold on.
Did you know he was married?
If she's not going to answer, why you keep
Just be a
asking her?
grown-up, girl. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. I'm not. You look very young. Don't let him manipulate you. Don't.
Now that look on her face is like, because a lot of women, I've mentioned this, how women, they like to use a manipulate word and try to tag that on men. And I don't think most women even know what that word means. All right. I don't even think most women know what that word means. The dictionary version of that word, I don't think they know what that means. But let's continue. You can see the look on her face like, yeah, all right. Manipulating me. I'm the one manipulating him. Right?
Don't let him do it. He still lives with me. He still lives with me. We're still married. We have a 15-year-old daughter together. If I were you, I would strongly stay away from him. Not because he's married, because he's lying to you. He's lying to you.
And then she telling you her like, no, he's not. Why? Because the situation me and him got going on is transactional. All right. Obviously, this woman got 1 foot. She probably got 1 foot at a job, 1 foot in school, and another foot in hoeing. And I'm not saying that she has a bunch of clients. I have no idea. That might be the only guy that she sees. But you can tell, you just have a feeling it's probably transactional. And women who have transactional relationships like this, whether it's with one guy or multiple guys out there, their biggest clients, their biggest customers are married men to get away from wives like her. Let's continue.
I don't know what makes you think he's not lying to you. Everything what? I can't hear you.
Everything you just told me. You're married, Natalie, y'all in the springtime or whatever.
Can you turn it down? I can.
Okay. She's saying to her, everything you're telling me, I already know. All right. Everything you're telling me, I already know. So this might be, it don't sound like she's dealing with a bunch of men. It might be more than one, but it might be a handful. I don't know. But it's enough to where this woman knows his business. All right. When you in places like Thailand, you on the strip, right? Or you in Japan, and you know, you go down like Soy 6 or you go to Pattaya, whatever. Most of those women are transactional, that are out there with the numbers on their chest. They got the pin and there's a number on the pin, right? Any dealings that a woman has with a man on that strip, it's transactional, but they don't even know this much. Those women that they're out there every single night, they're hoping to get picked up. They have clients. They don't even know that much about the men that they deal with. All right. So this seems to be more of a personal, but yet transactional relationship that she got going on. She don't really care. You know, they talk, they have conversations. She knows about him. All right. But this woman is trying to put her up on game about her husband. But it's like, I already know. All right. And I don't care.
So I can hear if you don't mind. If what?
Everything you just told me.
You know?
About Natalie, you're married.
You didn't know that he was married?
Yeah, she know the daughter's name. All right. That's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. See, guys, if you got your hoe, right, or if you got your side piece, if you got somebody and it's transactional, you don't need to tell her everything. You know what I'm saying? Because this woman right here, she might be dealing with him, the 50-year-old, but she's connected to some YNs. I can guarantee that. You don't want to. It's bad enough she know where you lay your head at, but it's kind of like, yeah, I already know your 15-year-old daughter. Her name is this, and I know this. I know where y'all stay, and this, that, and the third. Sometimes you're gonna have to hold back on some information when dealing with your side broad. But let's continue.
He told you? And what did he tell you? That we were married? And let me guess, that we're divorced? So you're okay with, so if he told you you were married, why did you go sleep with him?
Because that's what a lot of married men do when they're coasting in a marriage, or they're in a sexless marriage, or they're dealing with somebody that, and it's just kind of like, hey, this is on autopilot right now. There ain't really no romance. Like, she's always criticizing me, and you know, she talked to me like I'm stupid. Like, let me bless a college student that's struggling so I can bless her, and I can feel like I'm the man with her. I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, I solved the problem for her by helping her out with a little bills or whatever, making things easier for her. She know to give it up to me. You know, let me do this for her. Whatever the reason why he stepped out. Like I said, in the trick hole world, married men are the biggest clients.
I never slept with him.
So you just spent the night at his house, but
He's not like that. No.
She says she never slept with him. She might be telling the truth, because there's some guys out there. As a matter of fact, do I still got that video? Hold on. Damn, I think I just deleted that video. Hold on, I got it. Where we at on this video right here? 1 minute and 33 seconds. I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna play something else for you to let you know what she's talking about.
You know, I had a client who.
Okay, this is the video right here. Y'all know James Sexton, divorce lawyer to many rich people, or we'll just say lawyer to a lot of rich and wealthy men. He's been making his rounds on social media. Listen to this video right here.
You know, I had a client who had 3 or 4 young, beautiful women who he was just paying for things of theirs. And I said to him, like
that was the explicit arrangement, or he felt
yeah, like he met them on like a, you know, whatever dating
like
site.
a seeking
but
arrangement?
it was that kind of a site, but he was not sleeping with any of them. He wasn't doing anything with them. And I said to him, I'm like, you really weren't sleeping with any of these women. Like you were just like helping. And he said, I would tell you, Jim, it's attorney-client privilege. I can tell you I was not sleeping with him. And I said, what was the appeal? And he said, I felt like their hero. He's like, they were so happy. He's like, I made them so. He goes, my wife is just never happy with me. Like everything I do, I did it wrong. Everything I do, I could have done something. Like if I'm at work, I should have been at home. If I'm at home, why aren't you at work? Like I can't get it right. If I try to help by doing the dishes, I did the dishes wrong.
Yeah.
And if I don't help with the dishes, well, isn't it nice? I got to do the dishes again. Like he's like, I can't win. And meanwhile, these girls were like, oh my God, you're going to take away. Like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my car payment this month. And you just made that go away like a magician? Like a superhero? You just did that and it's gone and I don't have this problem. It was keeping me up nights, my stomach hurt, and you made it go away like that? You're a superhero. And the guy was like, dude, I would pay anything for that. It was incredible. It was intoxicating. And the minute he said that, I went, oh, I totally get it. I totally get it. Like, I totally get the idea of just how wonderful it feels as a man to be a hero, to be someone who solved the problem, a man of will.
To be appreciated.
Like, and just by my will. Like I took the world and I made it into this thing. And now what I did with that is I fed you. Like I didn't do it so I could eat it. I did it so you could eat it.
Does that make sense? All right. So when you hear that coming from him, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. So what she's saying, like, nah, I never slept with him. That's not far-fetched. Trust me. When I was in Japan, there were a lot of Japanese men that would talk to foreign women, mostly white Russian, blonde hair, blue eyes. They would go to the bar and they wouldn't even attempt to try to have sex with these women at the bar. They would just pay these women to talk to them. Right? Because it's like, I got a wife at home with kids. I have a duty, but, you know, I'm not happy because I can't even talk to my wife. She's always shitting on me. So they'll go out just to have and pay just for, you know, just female conversation that isn't negative, that isn't hostile. A woman who's calm, cool, collective, who actually acts like she's interested in talking to me. There are guys out here paying for that. Salute to Philly. So let's continue.
So you just spent the night at his house, but
He's not like that. No.
but why would you do that to yourself if you know he's married? Why would you do that to yourself? You're not the first.
She's looking at it like, all right, you can't read between the lines. Like, you can't read between the lines. You don't see what's going on here. Do I got to spell it for you, ma'am? HOE MONEY. You don't get it?
Sweetheart, you're not.
I expect to be the last or the first. I don't.
But what
Me
draw
and
you?
George, I don't know what you think me and George are. I really don't know.
So why did you spend the night then?
Because you were banging on the door.
Because why?
You were banging on the door all night.
But why though?
I don't know. That's between you and George. That's not between me. You.
But
And that's the thing. She's right. It's like you trying to instill wisdom in this person because you think this man has like a spell over her. You think this man has some sort of toxic masculinity, sorcery, wizardry that he got going on. He done brewed up a spell and put it in her drink, and now she's under the toxic masculinity spell. And you think your words and giving her words of wisdom is the antidote, the potion that'll snap her out of it. No, you're not even. This is the same thing if a man were to catch his woman with another man, that you go beat up the man and you go shoot a man and get a charge because of that. That's not what you do. You have a conversation with your wife about that. All right. This woman is obviously, you know, she's 19 years old. She's trying to get as much as she can and trying to get as little help as she needs, right? Good, bad, right, or wrong. Yeah, you know, you shouldn't mess around with married people because shit like this can happen. And the conversation, the interaction you have with the person's spouse that you cheated on, it could lead to death. So that just comes with the game. All right. So let that be known. Here, it's another lesson to women who are in her position also. When you put yourself in her position and your clients, your biggest clients are married men, and you out here, you got one foot in the game dealing with married men, just know death could also come with it. Getting ran over by a car can come with it. Getting hit over the head with a pipe or a bat can come with it. Getting shot can come with it. Getting stabbed can come with it. Getting your wig snatched off and your natural hair pulled out of your scalp can come with it too. Let's continue.
But why would you be there if he's married? That's my question. You're going to sit here and tell me that you didn't, that you.
Look here, ma'am. Like, and this is another lesson for women who are in her position that are married women. All right. Fellas, when we get into a relationship or in a marriage, that's when women like her come out of the woodworks to start checking for you. All right. Women, they always getting hit on, whether they're in a relationship or not. They get hit on all the time. Men, it's like every once in a blue moon, if you're not even trying, you might get hit on when you're single, and it might be by somebody you have no interest in at all. But when you're in a relationship, when you got a girl, that is like, that's bait right there. That's like setting a light in the backyard in the middle of the night, knowing that there's mosquitoes back there. All right. All the bloodsuckers come out the woodwork when you got a girlfriend or a wife. Where your morals at? Man, look, man, if you got a husband, just know people trying to fuck your husband, no matter how big and slow he is. All right. If you got women, if you got a boyfriend, see, men, we don't tell our girls the women that we got hit on that week. That's not what we do. All right. And there's a lot of temptation. Some guys, they keep a woman, even if the girl they're with ain't really shit. Okay, I don't really see her as a wife. I'm just kind of using her for sex. But I'm also using her to get other women, because for whatever reason, a lot of these other women, they can smell the stench on her and they love it. It's like blood in the water. Women like this come out of the woodworks for guys that are in relationship, especially married men. So even if the married man goes looking, for something like this, right, or not, a lot of women are going to be drawn towards somebody in a relationship or a married man, whether he practices sexual discipline or not. So to ask, why would you? I know she's upset, so I know she's not getting her to really answer the question as to why are you dealing with a married man? Don't you have any morals of this? I know she's just saying that because she's upset right now. But if you're asking that question in its literal sense, that's just what women like. Women like married men. Women like pre-chosen men. Women like men that are in relationships, especially if the girlfriend, the wife is cute.
You spent the night and you slept on the couch. That's not true. It's not, honey. Don't lie to me. But I'm telling you, as a grown-ass woman, you look very young. You're beautiful. Don't get your ass tied up with someone who's married. He's not going to divorce me. He's not.
She don't even care. Look at that. She like, I don't want y'all to divorce. I don't care if y'all divorce or not.
I don't want you to divorce.
But still, you should know better than that. Why would you go and stay the night?
You're like, I don't want him like that. I'm not trying to marry him. Like, we just got a little situationship going on.
At a married man's house.
That's not his house.
See, and that's the thing. It's like, that's what some of y'all mess up at. Y'all let your hoes know too much about you. I mean, this woman right here, she know his government. Not one hoe that know me know my government. I'm talking about hoes now. My girl that I'm exclusive with, that's something totally different. They know. But bro, when I go to Panama, when I go to Mexico, which will be real soon, when I go to the Dominican Republic, which is going to be soon, when I was in Asia, when I was in Canada, nobody knew my real name. Especially if I'm out here in these streets, they don't know my real name. Now, if I get to learn to like you, and I'm like, okay, damn, this chick, she kind of has potential, then that's when I tell her my real name. But I mean, y'all let the hoes in all your business. They know your name. They know where you live. They know your blood type. They know your social security number. They know your kids' names. So if you're doing that, you shouldn't even be dealing, you shouldn't even be having with relationships like this with these type of women. If you're going to let them in on everything about your life.
That's not his house. You're right. It's his mom's, which is worse.
Exactly. And the thing is, it sounds like you keep convincing this woman like, I'm his wife. Like, he has a daughter. We're married, this, that, and the third. Sound like y'all separated. Sound like some shit went down between her and her husband. They're going through a divorce. They're separated. Or they had a heated argument. They're not getting along. He's like, man, I'm going to mama's house. And I need a bitch to come soothe me. Black one in particular with a hair hat on her head.
Which is worse. So why would you go over there? Why would you get dropped off? Why would you even get picked up? Look at this man. He's 50 years old staying with his mom.
That's another thing. And here's a lesson to some of you YNs out there. All right. You are in competition with older men. All right. So I've done consultations over the years. I've talked with a lot of brothers over the phone. I've even met up with brothers in person to have conversations. If you want to book a consultation, you can hit me up on the Patreon to speak. But I've kind of, the best way possible, kind of told a lot of brothers areas that they were lacking in. Some guys, like, they may have only had 1 or 2 serious relationships in the past. We're talking about how, some guys, the pain was still there from the women that they've dealt with, the issues that they're going through within the moment, different cities to travel to, different countries to travel to meet more cooperative women. I give them that information, but I also tell them, like, hey, man, women are going to be women. Sometimes they don't have nothing to do with you. Sometimes it's just they're getting older, they're going through a transition, and they want to experience more with life, different kind of men. All right. That's just their choice. But, you know, if I had to pinpoint anything anywhere within our interaction to say, hey, this is probably why she's upset. A lot of times it's sometimes it was a conversation, especially with a lot of young brothers. It's like, you know, even some older guys. I remember I had a consultation with a brother in Thailand when I was living in Thailand. He was from New York. This man was a motor mouth. I mean, I literally sat the phone down and I went to the bathroom to go take a shit. I took a shit, wiped with wet wipes, baby wipes, that is. Washed my hands. I came back. This man is still talking and didn't realize I wasn't even on the phone. Right? So sometimes, like somebody like him, I pointed to him. I'm like, dude, you just ramble. All right? You ramble and it sounds like whining. And you talk too much. Right? You're not trying to have a conversation with me. You're just trying to dump a lot of shit on me. And that's where, if you're doing this with me, you're probably doing this with women. And that's where the disconnect is. That's why a lot of women are leaving you, probably. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't even know where I was going with that. I'll probably remember, but the mistakes that a lot of men make that get them caught up with certain women or get women to leave them and stuff like that. I don't know. I think I need to make a Patreon special on what to do and what not to do with the hoes, because it seemed like it's self-explanatory. You bringing the hoes to your mama's house. Come on now.
Why would you even get picked up? Look at this man. He's 50 years old staying with his mom.
That's another thing. That now I remember. The point I was trying to make is, young brothers out there, YNs out there, your biggest competition out there are older men. All right. Your biggest competitors in the dating market are older men, especially older men with work ethic and a little bit of money. You don't have to have a stupid amount of, you don't have to have a stupid bag, even though it helps, right? But even guys with a stupid bag, they make stupid mistakes also. And they don't know how to talk to women also. All right. I can go down a list of names of different celebrities out there that got a stupid bag, and it seemed like they're haven't really done that well. It's kind of like their brand and their name has gotten them girls, but women dread being around them because they're so corny, or they're just not easy to be around. They talk to women with a chip on their shoulder. You see what I'm saying? Your biggest competitors, you see, this chick right here, she probably got guys who are her age, 20, 21, 22, probably 25, 28 years old, that are trying to get with her, trying to lock her down and keep her in the house. But she got her eyes on a 50-year-old. All right. Let me tell you, the girl that I'm talking to right now, that I still got my options open, but the girl that I'm talking to right now just turned 22. And I'm at my age. All right. I'm not talking to women 25 and older. I don't talk to women 25 or older. And I'm confident when I step out on the field to the places I like going to, I am not dealing with women 25 or older. And I could do that, right? But that takes away from all the guys who are around her age that wanted to get with her. And this brings me back to that long explanation that I made earlier. some of the young guys out here are making too many mistakes. You don't really have a bag. The newer generations, like the Zennials, they don't have a work ethic. They don't want to work, right? And you need to work in order to eat, in order to have nice things. And some women, they see in the economy, at least they can feel it. And they're like, look here, man, I need to get something. I need to monetize my situationships with some of these guys. I can't do that. With the YNs are asking me for money, and I work retail. I don't even make a lot of money. So she gonna see guys like me. She gonna see guys like the 50-year-old. And you wondering why at 26, 27 years old, where your bitch at? Why your bitch don't want to call you no more? Your bitch don't want to call you no more because you don't. That's why a lot of women, young women, it's like they'll get with millennials, Generation X. They're with because we came from a different time where it's like, hey man, we had to get up off our ass and go get it, and we still got that mindset. Not saying everybody that's a millennial has that mindset, but I know I got that mindset. I know people much older got that mindset. Some of the Zennials, you put them down on a play, and they're like, hold on. You say you gone how many days? Yeah, I'm usually gone like 5 days, but I'm back 2 days, sometimes like a day and a half. Oh man, I don't know about that. Like, I don't know if I can't come home every single night. If I can't come home every single night, I'm only back home every 2 weeks or every 5-6 days. And my girl is nah, I gotta be. The bag sounds nice, but I want to make that bag working only 6 hours a day and getting back home to my girl. No, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. You put YNs down on a play to get a bag, and the only thing they thinking about is their girl. Or damn, I won't be around to go to these parties, or damn, I won't be around to hit the strip, to hit the scene, to hit the function and show out in front of these hoes. So that's what I wanted to say. Young brothers out there, older men are your biggest competition, and they're getting them too.
How long have you known him?
Ma'am, this is going to have to be a topic for you and George. I have nothing.
How long have you known him?
I gotta go.
Okay, let me. I'm warning
Now the Uber driver, like, come on, I gotta go. Like you doing too much, ma'am.
you. Stay away from him. Not because of me, not because I'm mad at you or hate you. None of that. This man will fuck your life up. I'm warning you. I seriously.
Nah, that man is blessing her. That man is blessing her. He just want to bless somebody else. You see, George probably blessed his wife, right? I blessed you with a house. I blessed you with a child. I blessed you with cars. I blessed you with the level. I'm not saying they live in luxury, but I blessed you. Everything that you have, I blessed you with it. In typical woman fashion, bitchology just kicks in. And they're like, you know what? Social media is telling me, social media is influencing me that I don't need this motherfucker no more. I already got the kid and the resources down locked. I don't need him no more. So why not get on his nerves so he could break? And either I can get rid of him or he can get rid of me. And he's just starting all over, but he's starting all over with somebody who need a little bit of money.
I am warning you. He will fuck your life up. Stay away.
He didn't fuck your life up. How long y'all been married? She said. She said later on they've been married 18 years. So in 18 years, it took 18 years for him to fuck your life up. She's not even trying to be around George for 18 years. She trying to be around George for the next 18 months until she graduate.
from him. He's no good. You are too pretty to be fucking with almost a 50-year-old man. I know my husband of 18 years. Don't let him fuck you up. Stay away from him. And who's Katrina? Who's Katrina? I'm telling you right now.
Man, look, and then she talking about other hoes. She thinking her and Katrina are friends, and they go see. Man, George got different flavors. All right. And she don't care. Like, all right, he got a wife, he got me, he got Katrina. I don't give a damn how many bitches he got. Like,
stay away from him. Just stay away from him. Let this man prove to you if he likes you, wants to be with you, let him
she don't care if he like her.
Show you the divorce papers, because it's not going to happen. He's fixing to go to my house right now. That's where he lives. But
this woman is beyond slow. This woman is high on Vicodin right now. Like, she's beyond slow. She don't get it. No, we gonna stay married. Unless he shows you divorce papers. He coming home with me right now. He's like, okay, and I don't care if y'all stay married or not. I need some shoes. You see, I'm in an Uber. I need a car, bitch. Like, I need a down payment. That's what I need. Like, I'm not worried about. Boy, she's slow.
why would you want to do that to yourself?
That's my choice, though.
But what? What could he offer you? What could he offer you? What makes you think he could offer you something?
Why are you worried about that?
Exactly. Why are you worried about it?
We gotta go. I'm sorry, man.
Why are you worried about it? She don't care what y'all got going on. Most of my clients are married men. All right. If they got the money, you know what I got. I'm coming over if you got the money. I don't know who Katrina is. Katrina probably his other girl. Look, I don't care. He blessing me. What would you want with a 50-year-old? It's like, I don't want him like that. But he making a mistake. See, George a sloppy trick. George got the hoes at his mama's house telling them about his 15-year-old daughter and the situation between him and his wife. No, George, you take the hoes to a Super 8. All right. You take the hoes to a microtel. You take the hoes to a Red Roof Inn and tell them, hey, how much is it hourly? All right, I'll book for 2 hours. All right. I'll book for 2 hours. You take them to Sundown Town Motel. That's where you take them. You don't tell them nothing. Now, it ain't wrong to tell them, like, all right, I can only book for 2 hours. Is that cool? You know, I got to get back home to my wife. You shouldn't even say that much. But if you slipped up and said all that, cool. The hoes ain't used to all that. But to tell the hoe, to bring the hoe to your mama's house and be like, oh, I'm over here because my wife. But like she said, it's like she said, like, yeah, that's not even his house. You're right, that's his mother's house. I never even had sex with him. Oh, so you mean to tell me y'all just talked? I just played a video proving that that's what some men do, older married men do. Right? George think he cute. Excuse me. George, well, you never know. George thinks she's cute. George is probably building up. He already see both George and the wife is slow. All right. George is slow for bringing the hoe to his mama's house. She's slow for not knowing what's going on. You didn't gave this woman all your information, so it's too slow. Where they at anyway? What state is this in? Is this in Iowa somewhere? Is this in Nebraska? They somewhere where everybody's on the spectrum. Everybody in this video is on the spectrum. Even the Uber driver. Uber driver should have been like, bitch, I got other I got other rides that I got to pick up. I'm trying to make money. You slowing me down. I'm gone. Talk to your husband. He right there. I'm gone. Everybody's slow in this video. And that has to do with this video. You putting everybody's security at risk. You don't know who she knows. You don't know who's been trying to get with her. Somebody with a pistol, with a Glock switch, loves this woman and is trying to figure out where she at and why she ain't picking up her phone calls, right? And you telling her where your mama stay at, where your wife stay at, your daughter and her name, whose house this is, whose house this ain't. Somebody with a Glock switch is thinking about this woman right here on the screen, and you doing all that, giving all this classified information out. I don't know where you met her, George. Take her somewhere where the room doors is outside. Is outside the building. That's where you take her. All right. But what do y'all think about this? That's how the game going. Ladies, I want to say this, man. Treat at best. I don't know this situation. Right. But if he paid to talk to her and didn't have sex with her, obviously it's an emotional connection that he has with her that the woman isn't fulfilling. Because if this woman is this slow talking to her, I can only imagine what she's been nagging to George about for I don't know how many years. George might be in a sexless marriage. He might be in an unfulfilled marriage where he can't even talk to his wife no more. He paying her to talk to her. That's so ladies, let this be known. The man you're with, treat him with respect. And if you going through something emotional where you feel the need to lash out at your man or your husband or to disrespect your man or your husband, go get therapy, because this is who's going to be in your bed. This is who you're going to get replaced. You're not going to get replaced by anybody, especially nowadays. You're not going to get replaced by anybody who you can laugh at and say, yeah, he couldn't do better than me. All right. When I was in Panama a couple of weeks ago, I uploaded, the girl who I've been knowing for about 7 months now. I uploaded that video. I had that video for like 2 hours and YouTube went crazy. I had to take that video down. In a short amount of time, it had over 2,000 views with a bunch of comments talking about, damn, she bad. Hey, man, you need to hide her. All right. So with how men today, how they understand women a lot better today, and they got passports and they working hard. Let me tell you, ladies, man, at least get that hatred out of your heart for men, especially if you still want to deal and date men, because you'll get replaced by somebody like this who's tight, wet. And if you're too slow to understand what's going on, then I don't know what to tell you. YNs out there, this is your crush, or she didn't. You probably had sex with her a couple of times. Now you ain't heard from her no more. Your heart broken. You riding around with your pistol. You crying, listening to Summer Walker. All right. George, guys like George is who you losing your girl to. Because you don't have a good work ethic. You don't want to work. You don't want to get to it. You're too focused on your girl and not focused on the money. You too worried about how you're not going to be home enough to be around your girl. George already put in that work to the point now it's just like, all right, I've hit my financial stride. I could pay a bitch just to talk to her. That's who you losing your girl to. And women in this position, juggling different guys, monetizing your relationships, you know, transactional relationships, just know that you in the most dangerous position. She's in the most dangerous position out of everybody. Yeah, George might get hit with divorce papers. Actually, this entices his wife. His wife is probably going to give George probably going to get some pussy tonight from his wife at George's mama's house. Why? Because it's like, damn, George, I didn't know you had it like that. George, damn, George. Damn, George, you fucking sexy red. You fucking sweetie. You got it like, I didn't know you had it in you, George. George is probably going to get some pussy from his wife tonight, and that's going to reignite his relationship. Right? But you are in the most dangerous position out of anybody because she could have reacted a totally different way. I don't even know what neighborhood you in. You probably in a sundown town. All right. So, anyways, I'm over them out. Y'all guys be safe. Take care. I'll see you guys on Patreon tonight. Peace.